All right, so for deconstructing my persuasion assignment, I just was thinking about kind of things I've seen in my life lately that could relate. And I actually thought back to an episode of Drake and Josh that I was watching a week or two ago with my little brother. He was in town and we were watching him, and we're watching an episode of Drake and Josh. And for those of you who don't know the show Drake and Josh, it's a show that used to be on Nickelodeon back in early 2000s, 2010s, about these two brothers. And they're just always, like most Nick shows were back in the day, just always get in trouble, things like that. And so the episode I was watching actually had a bait and switch aspect to it, kind of what we've been talking about a little bit. But in this case, it was the brothers, Drake and Josh, doing the bait and switching. So Drake, one of the brothers, he's the more mischievous one, and Josh is the one who's scared to get in trouble, wants to do the right things. And so Drake actually found out that Josh was actually a pretty good player at pool, billiards, and he's like, hey, we could probably make some money off this. And so what they did is they went to a local bar and they hustled people. They bait and switched them. They would act like they weren't good at pool at all until like the last second when the game was about to end. And then Josh would come and just win the game in one round because he was such a good pool player. And with that example, you could see the bait and switch there, where Drake and Josh were baiting these people at the bar to bet money that Josh and Drake weren't a very good pool players. But then mid-game, they switched on them, the bait and switch. And Josh was actually a really good pool player. And they would win and take their money. And then later on in the episode, they bait and switched the wrong people, almost got beat up for it. And I think that in the episode, they learned their lesson, and all the kids watching learned that they shouldn't hustle or bait and switch people like that. And so it's just interesting to see that even in TV shows, these common themes that we see in persuasion and sales and really anything that they do portray them. I know when I first watched that episode when it came out, I had no idea what the bait and switch tactic was. I just thought that they were being funny, trying to get money. But now I do see the bait and switch tactic, and I realize that, for some it may work. It's honestly not the most honest thing to do, but really at the end of the day, the bait and switch tactic, not very fair, not very nice, and honestly probably get you in trouble one day. So yeah.